Hey guys, so you probably noticed I tend to use a lot of almond butter when I'm baking and making smoothies, but I also love almond butter on sandwiches and toast. So today I'm going to share with you a basic recipe for almond butter and then 2 flavor varieties I love to mix it up with.
I'm Meg and I'm passionate about finding ways to make life with kids easier in the kitchen.
So for all the recipes, you will need some raw almonds and sea salt. So the first thing I want to show you is how to make the basic almond butter. So I have my almonds, they were raw. I roasted them at about 325 degrees for 10 minutes to give them a deeper flavor. You can leave them raw if you don't want that flavor. I also have a little bit of sea salt that helps bring out the flavor of any nut butter you're doing. So I have a food processor, and the reason I'm showing you guys this episode, because it is very simple to actually make, is so that I can stop along the way and show you what it looks like as you puree and process your nut so that you can end up with a nut butter you're super happy with the consistency of, because it's all about the consistency. So I'm going to start by putting my almonds into the bowl, and I should warn you that the first 10 seconds of this are really loud. After you've processed for about 1 minute, you can dump in your salt, and I also want to show you guys what the texture of the almonds looks like at this point. So you can see that now the almonds are really coarsely chopped. You'll also notice that I'm using a metal spoon, and that's so that my almond butter doesn't stick to it. Take this opportunity to scrape down your sides, and then we'll process again. Now at the 3-minute mark, you'll notice that your almond butter has started to form a little bit of a ball. The oil from the almonds has started to come out, and that's what's happening in there. Now, you definitely need to process a little bit more, but you want to scrape down the sides first. And then another 2 minutes. Now somewhere around the 4-minute mark, you'll start to get a little bit impatient, and then all of a sudden your ball will disintegrate and you'll have more of like a liquid butter. And this is what you're looking for. Now you notice it's really starting to look like almond butter, but it has a little too much texture still, and you want it to be smooth. So be patient and puree for about another 2 to 3 minutes. So I've turned my almond butter out into bowls, and the texture is totally perfect. I'll leave one of them plain and then show you 2 of my favorite varieties. The first is a vanilla espresso. So I'm going to take a little bit of espresso powder. You can also use ground coffee, but the espresso adds a nice flavor. And then I have a vanilla bean, which I've split, and I'll open, scoop out the seeds, and put them inside. And then I'll just stir everything together. I love the specks of the espresso and the vanilla bean in here, and the espresso adds a nice little crunch to the butter. But you can see it's still smooth. Next up, we have a honey cinnamon variety, which is a favorite in the WhatsUpMoms office. So I'll start by adding a little bit of honey, and I'm actually gonna give this a stir before the cinnamon goes in, or the cinnamon and honey will totally stick together. And then we'll add our cinnamon. Now I will warn you, if you add too much, it'll change the texture and consistency of the almond butter, so it's a fine balance between flavor and texture here. So I'll dump it in and then stir. This smell and flavor combo is incredible. So there you have it, 1 incredible nut and 3 very tasty nut butters. I store mine on the counter for up to 2 weeks. You can also put it in the fridge for 3 to 4 weeks. Mine never lasts that long, and I promise if you guys give this recipe a try, it won't last that long either. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys. Good afternoon snack, huh?